Everyone, I hope everyone is doing good. So it's been a month. I have not created any content. Actually, I was busy with my personal work and also with my office work. And now, from today itself, I'll be making a regular tech content. And I'll be getting a regular tech content across all the topics in data engineering. So in today's video, we are going to talk about, or it's a continuation to the previous video. Like in the previous video, we have created the chunkings, we have created the embeddings. And in this video, we are going to look into how to store this embedding, how to query the embedding, how to format that embedding with the help of ChromaDB. So as we know that embedding is a multi-dimensional vector representation of your text, and it helps in the NLP process. It helps in the Gen AI process, mainly in the text generation, text answer and question. So we'll use the ChromaDB. We'll use the same example like we had the three chunkings data. One is the section chunking, paragraph chunking, and the text chunking. All the this three data has been saved into Google Drive. We have fixed chunk, paragraph chunk, and section chunk, and the data which we have used was from the wiki page of the Indian movie, three Indian movies, and that will be used as an input here, and we'll be doing some transformation, doing some data type changes, and then we'll see how to install ChromaDB, how to put it into ChromaDB. So we'll proceed with this. And guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot. And if any of your friend is looking for the content in D or want to excel in the D field, data engineering field, please share this channel to your friend. So we'll proceed now with the ChromaDB demo. So for the ChromaDB, we don't need much of the libraries. So we'll install few of the we'll import few of the libraries, NumPy, Pandas, and AST. So AST generally it's used like if we have a long list of long array of data. It may be a text data, it may be text plus numerical data, or only a numerical data. But you don't know like what will be the generic data type of that. You want to have the guess of the generic data type. In that, you can ask Python to look into or validate this data, scan this data, and then apply any of the near to data type into that. So for that we use AST. Okay, so I have drive the Google mount here, taken the path of ChromaDB sample, and I'm using the section chunk embedding which we have done at the last. If you go to my Google Drive, section chunk. Okay, now so this was my section chunk. When you will like the content was same across all the chunkings, but for the section chunk we'll see like the movie Divana, there was movie Three Idiots, there was movie Kantara in the last, and you can see the embeddings is in the form of a tensor. So we have to convert this embedding into the list, because in ChromaDB we can store the embedding only in the list data type. So for converting in the list data type, first we have to remove this tensor keyword and this bracket. So obviously it's an open bracket, there will be a closed bracket also at the end. So we'll do this by applying for reading for each row, and applying with the hello Python lambda with the slicing method. We'll do this. So from this you will see, if we apply this, the tensor keyword has been removed, and now we are going to apply AST onto that to try to find out that do it convert automatically into the list or not. So you see, after applying AST, it doesn't do any of the conversion of data type. But generally in this kind of scenario, we apply this to, if it would have converted this into the list, then our job would have been easy. But it's no worry. Like when we'll do the insert in the ChromaDB, at the same time also we can convert the particular embeddings or other list of embeddings into list. We'll see in the later part of the video. So section chunk embeddings, after applying all this slicing and all, so you see that tensor keyword has been removed. Now we have a format in which we can convert into the list. To, to list method will be applied here in the later part. So this one is just for seeing the embeddings. Like the first part, there will be embeddings and the vector of the embeddings and also the text. Okay, it's a very long text. So coming to the ChromaDB. So for ChromaDB, we have to create the collection. Like in many of the NoSQL database, you would have seen the creating the collection. We'll create a collection. We'll add the document plus embedding into the collection. We'll query the collection. We can delete the collection, get, peek. Multiple methods are there. You can refer to the ChromaDB official website. One thing I want to mention here is ChromaDB can also do the embeddings, can also create the embeddings. So in this example, what we are doing, like we have learned in our previous video how to create the embedding, and that embedding output we are going to use to store in a ChromaDB. But if you don't have an embedding and you want ChromaDB to create an embedding, you can do that. ChromaDB also uses the same model which we have used for the embedding process. So I have written somewhere the model name here. So all mini LM uh, L6v2. This model, the ChromaDB by default uses for creating the embedding. In our case, we are not going to create an embedding. I want to mention it again. We already have the embedding. But in case if you want to create an embedding while storing your text into the ChromaDB, at that time, you can do the same thing. You can also do the same thing. Also, if you want to change the default model of a ChromaDB, that can be also done. So we'll see the both the part. But for our main example, we have already created the embedding in my previous video, and that same thing we are going to use to store in a ChromaDB. So don't get confused here. So we'll install the ChromaDB packages. So pip install ChromaDB, and then we'll move to the next part. We're going to import the libraries. Okay. Then we'll create a collection. That's the important part. So you have to give the name to the collection. I've given the demo ChromaDB. I'll run it again. So it's already been run. I've just done it. I've just checked all this just before creating this video. So I've created the collection. In this collection, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the embedding and the chunk text, and also the IDs. We have to give the ID also with this. So in the so first we have created a collection. Collection means a kind of database. So it's a logical unit here, but you just consider it as a database. And in that we are giving three input. One is the embedding, which we have already created. One is the document, the other is document, and that is the ID. So what it means, if I go to this portion, we are going to give this text, and we are going to give this embedding. Okay, not with the tensor, the one which is without tensor, which we have done it here, I think. Yes, this one. Okay, and IDs we have to give to refer it. So yes, this one. Okay, so see here we are converting to list. If it was already converted into to list, we didn't have to do anything here. Okay, so this has been done. So you can run this peak one. Peak generally gives the sample of few of the sample of the data. Like if you have worked on PySpark or any of the data frame in Spark, so like dot so you gives you the first 20 records. Similarly, the peak gives you some of the initial records. Okay, so you'll not get much information from the peak just for your testing purpose. Get, if a particular number of IDs you want to get in a, you want to see from a what a ChromaDB, you can run this. You will get this detail. So if I'll run this, okay. So Divana Hindi movie and all that stuff, you will get it here, right? Now we have all mini model which I have mentioned here. So I want to okay, so this is regarding the topic which I was mentioning initially. Like if you don't have the embedding and you want the ChromaDB to create the embedding, so ChromaDB uses this model as the default model to create the embedding. You can change this default model. You can check it how to change it in the ChromaDB documentation. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a collection. The collection name is testing, and I'm giving a three document. Python is wonderful. LLM, like document is Python is wonderful. LLMs can create tech design documents. This I have done. I checked recently. I was working on this part. And then future of Gen AI. These three sentence I am giving, the ChromaDB will store this, create the documentation, and this will be the ID. So if I run this, so I'm just giving the plain text. I have not given any of the embeddings. So if you see what is there in the ID, 0 is there. So ID 0, embedding is not created till now. Documentation is Python is wonderful. So I'm not, we have not given the embedding. We have just given the documentation. So it gives you that information. Okay. Now the ChromaDB itself will create it inside it with the help of this model. Now, if you have to list all the collection, you can just click on this. You will have all the collection like testing and ChromaDB, demo ChromaDB. If you want to delete, like we don't want this testing one, we can just delete it. The delete one has been done. So if I again run it, you will get only ChromaDB collection. Now coming to querying the ChromaDB. Now we'll look into the querying of the ChromaDB. So here, like I'm just the input from the user, the keyword input. So the collection and also include the document and a distance, like how we have done the query in our previous videos. The concept remains the same. Earlier we used to have the data frame and used to run the query on the data frame. Now we are running the same kind of query on the collection, because now we are going to run our query on the ChromaDB. So I will write it here. Uh, which movie Shah Rukh Khan has worked? Okay, so enter. Okay, it has got this thing. Now I'll see the result. Click on the result. You'll see Divana has been graded, and you'll get all this detail. You have to go through this result. It's a long, it has given the full description. So as we change our input, give proper input, it will give you the proper, more proper kind of output. Now, if you want to see the distance result, like which result is more near to it, so you can see like Divana is more near. Actually, casting lead was considered, Divana received. So all this, like this document or this chunk of the document has more relevance. That if this distance is more, it's more relevant. It has a more high priority. Okay. Now we'll look on updating, how to update the collection. So updating the collection, there's not much content in that. You can update or upsert. Update means you're going to add on it, and or remove and just replace it, and then put it there, the new things. And upsert is you have to add that update is also there and the previous content is also there, and you want to add more into it. So like what we want to do, we want to our text, we want to convert all the text into lowercase. You can directly run this one. That's a Python for each record we are running. The thing is we are going into that collection and doing it. So adding the metadata, like if you want to give the text and the title, that also you can mention here. Okay. And then if you want to convert this metadata into the list, you can do that, and then upsert it means updating the collection itself. So we are updating the collection. We are converting it to list. We are giving the metadata list also. Everything can be done, and then you can look into the result. So updating is fine. You can go into the documentation, you'll get more details about it. So this was all about the ChromaDB. I would say that put more of your effort on understanding the embedding rather than going into the ChromaDB. Learning ChromaDB is very easy, but understanding the result or creating the better embedding part, the like we have learned three kinds of embedding. So getting into that embedding, where you have to use which kind of embedding, what data part need to be included, what data part doesn't need to be included, that is important. Understanding the embedding, which dimensional or how much of the dimensional you want to keep in the embedding result, that is more important rather than going into the technicalities of ChromaDB. So I think from the last 3 4 videos, this whole process would be, you would have understood the full process. What is embedding? Why we create an embedding? What is vector DB? And how this ChromaDB is working. I hope it would be easy for you to follow all this video. If you have any doubt in the last 3 4 videos or this video, just post your comment. And if you have any general doubt in the data engineering field, then also you can post in this video, or you can directly mail me, or you can post in any other videos. I was seeing my channel, like after many days, I saw that multiple comment was there. I saw the notification, but I didn't see in the detail. So I'll be answering all that answers, all the comment which I have received. I'll answer all that comment today. And hopefully this video, you will be getting this video today itself, and then we'll proceed into some other part. We'll just come out of this embedding, and then I want to focus more on the Snowflake part, to get into more on the optimizing stuff of Snowflake. If you're new to Snowflake, want to learn more about the Snowflake, go and check the playlist of the Snowflake. There are a lot of content in Snowflake, all hands on. Yeah, thank you, happy learning.